Good morning. So we got some sheet styrene. Right. Hey, Edwin, good evening. And Peter, good morning to you. Hope you're both well. I think. 4. That's too thick. Ah, fucker. Some of those. One right there. All right. Went out your stream fast yesterday. Need early sleep. Went out your stream fast yesterday. You mean you had to bail early yesterday? That makes total sense. Hey, if you're exhausted, take care of yourself. Let's see how thick the 0.4 is. We may end up going to 0.4. If not, we're going to 0.25. And yes, I go by the metric number, not the imperial number. Daniel, ho, 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 indeed. Merry Christmas to you, my friend. How are you? Guys, Dan Brewer, supremely kind, nice individual living in the UK, awesome guy, and a phenomenal builder. You guys might not remember him. It's been a while. I think probably since almost the Instagram days. But Dan, good morning. How are you, my friend? How's the family? How's your wee one? Did the subscribers can post things again today for about 30 seconds? I actually already subscribed. Interesting. It may announce it, but who knows what else it does. You should be able to post just because the announcement is there. Trying to get healthier starting from now and get to help monitor my health. Nice. Good for you. Merry Christmas, all. Merry Christmas. All right. Let's see how far we can get into this. So, after laying down, Daniel, I'm scratch building a doghouse for my Machine Krieger model. No, the announcement blocks posting. YouTube's made some changes. I've noticed that on some of the back end stuff. I'll see if I can. I'll have to look into that. Very kind words, G. True words, my friend. True words. But no worries. I'm just always glad to see you, Daniel. I'm gonna lay down. The sandpaper's been laid down on this edge. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lay down the next batch of sandpaper on a strip of styrene, and to give it a little bit more thickness in the thickness of the sandpaper. In for a penny, in for a pound. Yeah. But yeah, good to see everybody here this morning. It is funny. I think everybody who's on right now is all international, which is kind of interesting. Usually it's the Americans who are on first, but you better types are here first, and that's all that matters. Lapel, wife home for Christmas. She is, yeah. Yep. She got home on, was it the weekend? She came home last Friday. She'll be here through Sunday and then heading back. But yeah, she's here for now. And we're got the whole family together, which is interesting. My wife and I were briefly talking about that. You know, our younger daughter is now in college. Of course, she got home yesterday. She spent with her friends. And, you know, we're kind of lamenting, you know, it's like when kids went on the Christmas holiday, normally it was because everybody was at home. But now one goes one way, one goes the other. It's how things work, right? You can't stay at home forever. Ooh, you missed the big news. You're in for a treat, Daniel. Oh, stop it. Quick, cross to America. They are busy with Christmas. I don't know what they're busy with, but it's unacceptable. Unacceptable. After yesterday's announcement, all the Americans are like, fine, okay, I can bail from the show now. Bastards. Oh, no, I don't have a new job. My wife has a new job, so she'll be moving back to to Massachusetts, starting in early beginning of March. So we're happy about that. And me having a new job, there's a long story behind that. Not anytime soon that I'm aware of. So yeah, it's good news. It'll be nice to have at least, you know, my wife and me back together in this house again. It's been, by the time it's all done, it'll be a year and a half. Yeah. It's a lesson, right? You sometimes have to do things, and Peter, you live it. You sometimes have to do things that that you have to do, not because you want to, but because you have to. You know, as I start to get older, as I've gotten older, you know, I start to understand a lot more about the things that my parents did for us, or the things that my parents did in general, right? Just the way it is. All right, let's shave this thing. Nah, I'm not. I'm gonna cut it afterward. All right, first things first. Let's get some. I think, what did I say for a measurement? 12 millimeter. And I'm really looking forward to this cold thing being done. That's good. You haven't been on Insta for an age. My latest build is up. Yeah, Daniel, I have completely bailed from Instagram. In fact, I jumped over to Blue Sky last year. And then even Blue Sky, it's just, I've become so overwhelmed with all the social media stuff. Um, it it just wasn't fun. So, and a lot of what I'm trying to do is just basically continue to have connections with community, and this is, I think, always been the best forum. Having said all that, I will try to pop over at some point and see if I can see what you got. Because I'd like to take a look at your, because I really appreciate the level of work that you do. I do pay now to enjoy later. Yeah, exactly. Might have to join BS to show you. Yeah, if you do, let me know, and I'll definitely hop over there. I do pop over to Instagram because my family still, every now and then they'll send me these things. It's like, hey, look at this on Instagram. I'm like, fuck, you're sending me back to Instagram. Merry Christmas, everyone. Hope everyone has a great holiday. Mike, you too, brother. A Blue Zaku half cannon. Nice. Oh, I can't wait to see it. In fact, you know what? Let's do it now. Yeah, so Dan, this is an FYI. The only platform I'm spending any significant amount of time on is this one right here. All right, let's go to. I still have it here. And we're going to let's see. Oh my God. Dude, I went to your personal side. Who is that little peach? Oh my God. God, am I graduated from preschool? Oh my God. Wow. Wow. Like I said, I haven't been on here in ages, so here we go. Ooh. Yeah, there we go. So if you guys are on Instagram, I definitely recommend checking out Daniel's work. Daniel does a lot of customization, scribing, detail ads. Like take a look at that plating ad on the feet. All of those little ads, you know. It's funny, Daniel, having seen your work long enough now, it's like I can see exactly all the stuff that you've done here, and I don't even know all the details. I know the model well enough, but absolutely fantastic work. Yeah, there you go. There's all the stuff. Excellent work. She's 4 now. Thanks, G. Hey, Nick. Good morning. What's going on, brother? Community posting on YouTube. It's possible to have users post on your community feed, but don't know if you need be monetized, verified. Maybe an idea. I'll take a look at it. I would like. Here's the thing. This is also not to say that that YouTube is the things are going to change. You know, I started on Facebook years ago. I jumped off of that, went to Instagram, jumped off of that, went to Blue Sky, and kind of like not really been doing anything with it. You know. Tony, what's going on, man? How are you? How's your parents? How's the doggo, by the way? Sup, sup. Yeah. Nick may remember. Nick probably does remember Daniel. Yeah, Nick, you remember Daniel Daniel Brewer? He was Brew Zaku. Used to do spend a lot of time here on with us on when I was on Instagram. Okay. Now let's cut a 12 millimeter. And then we're going to glue that onto here and this onto there. There we go. Just saw that blue beast he just finished. Nice. Okay, dad is home. The dog is getting better. And of course, everyone but me and mom are sick. So cancel family Christmas. No, are you serious? Hope you and your family's okay, George. Yeah, we're doing well. Thank you. Yeah, family's together. I'm getting through my thing, and everybody else, knock on wood, so far is pretty healthy. And OG on IG when it was PG. Nice, Peter. So, quick measurement. Yeah, obviously this paper's not quite square. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, gonna try for it next weekend. All right. Not this coming weekend, but the sort of like the like a New Year's kind of celebration as well. Okay. Yeah, there we go. All right, so we're gonna glue that piece onto the 0.4 millimeter just to give that a little bit more depth. But first things first, this is going to take some time. I got to make 10 of these now. So this is going to take some time. But, you know, as we discussed, if you're going to do it, you do it right. Right? So ruler. These are all should be at 12. So that means we start at 6. Hopefully we'll get better soon. Yeah. Hey, Joe. Good morning. So your plans for Christmas, everyone, except the obvious, like family gathering and opening up presents. Kicking back, just that's kind of it, you know. And then, you know, in the evening, we'll just probably kick back and watch a movie, like a Christmas movie or something like that, but nothing much. Peter. Sorry, I always suggest making your projects harder to finish. Nah. You know, Nick, and it's yes, you're an asshole, but you're my kind of asshole, and I appreciate it. So no, I think it's one of the things I think sometimes that we all need is just to be pushed a little bit further along. You know, sometimes we do it out of a joke, but it also there are times when it's like, yeah, but this is really going to be good. So you're our asshole, exactly. So no, this is actually a good decision. So now we're going to start at 6. And then we do 6 and 12 is 18. Now I got to do some crazy math. In fact, I don't want to chew up this pen. Let's get something else. Aw. Morning from Newark International. Tom, what's going on, brother? And good morning, Emma. Preemptive strike. Good morning, Emma. Safe travels to you both. Let's put the glasses on. $18 and 6. Sorry, 18 and 12 is 30. And 12 is 42. And 12 is 54. And 12 is 66. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Seems a little short. $18 and 12 is 30. 42. 54. 66. Okay. Good morning. Nice. Enjoy the flights. Yeah, exactly. Tom. Fortunately, I'm going to have to drink Santa's whiskey. Unfortunately, Santa's whiskey. What is Santa's whiskey? This sounds like a fun trend or fun. Oh God. What's the word I'm looking for? Pastime, something like that. I think that's started on the PGXia later today. Nice. Tony, did you wrap up? I'm sorry, I haven't been on your YouTube channel recently. Did you wrap up the Kshatriya? So sleepy. What you gonna do, Guzzle? Still 2 hours before boarding time. Oof. Well, better early than I'm assuming you're at the gate. You also missed Tom's Christmas miracle, Daniel. So Chad is not stressed about the next build. The things I do for my fan base. Stupid. All right, here we go. Time check. Yeah, should be able to get at least this one done today. Yeah, wrap up the Kshatriya, or at least for now, it is display worthy. All right. And did you post that on your YouTube channel? 6 and 6. If yes, I'll pop over there and take a look at it later. I'm gonna drop for Santa and a carrot for Rudolph. Oh, I see. I see how that works. Yeah, at the gate. Been at the gate since 6:10. Oof. Tom was very happy to hear that news. Oh, I'm sure he was. That was a very loud yay he posted. Just stories of the Kshatriya. Okay. I'll take a look at that. I need to do a mashup of the slides or so forth for a video. Thank you for bringing that up. Mike's Mods and Customs, Mike Gordon, friend of mine, owns the shop up in Clinton, New York. He and I were talking recently, and he uses InShot to do that. Do you use anything specific to do like a video, like a photo collage? Let's see. Wait, what's the next build? The next one that I start to get to full completion outside of getting the little Macross SD kit, which that's just paint. The construction's done. It just requires paint. After that, I'm going to start the Harpy. Harpy. I love it. Tom's just only a smite. I've never understood. Tom, why are you so excited about the Harpy? I'm not complaining. I'm curious. It is very hard to hold this piece in place. Give me a second, guys. I'll be right there. 18. bang. I just use Clipchamp and I add the images in with the video where I want them with the transition. Yep. Okay. I'm curious as to what's out there. Again, I've never done it, but just kind of curious. And then also, do you use music with that or not? Have you built an Isle Strike MG before? If you're asking me, I rarely build anything outside of UC stuff. I do, but it's not very common when it's a Gundam. Why are you looking to build an Isle Strike? I'm just excited with what you're gonna do to it since you started. I'm curious to see if I'm gonna continue down that same path. We're gonna work on both the models. I'm gonna work on the new one and the old one at the same time. The new one will guide some of the construction ideas, not completely, but some of the construction ideas for the old model. Methinks the Harpy build is causing mass blue ball syndrome by starting and never finishing. Ooh. Well, at this point, it'll get done, but it might take the majority of the year. There was so much potential, but you ended up using all that energy on the Spartan. I know. It was formative. Well, so was this thing. This thing was also sort of a precursor to the Spartan. All that arm work, the shoulder work, everything like that, all of that was all a precursor to what went down on the Spartan. I mean, this is the freebie Gundam, and the amount of stuff that got done to it was. I mean, I'm still looking at that and going, God, did I do that? Yeah, I guess the answer is yeah, I did. 2-for-1 deal. I've been thinking of building it. Go for it. Do you like the look of the Isle Strike? Yeah, I use the free music that is in the program. It makes life easier without copyright infringement. Perfect. So they've got okay, I'll take a look at that. So you use Clipchamp. Okay. I've been thinking about it. Just build it. Yeah. There you go. That was a test mule. That was a test mule. In many ways, they all were. That's not good. That's going to get finished too, because I really want to work on that project. The one that's going to see the most significant number of changes is the task. I think what we're going to do is get rid of the butyl rubber joint stuff around the legs. Let's do this. For anybody who does not remember this, and it's probably quite a few. Oops. The English instructions. There's been a lot of customization done to this, and there's a lot more to go. Yeah, I'm looking at this and I'm like, there's a lot of shit that I've got to do to this thing still. That butyl rubber stuff may come out. I haven't decided yet, but it may disappear, or I may have to find a way of securing it in a better way. The issue is, and it's just that if you secure it like that, you still have all that stuff underneath that you get to see, which I think now looking at this, I'm like, that's not the way I'd want this thing to work. So there's a lot of stuff that's going to get done on this. But my experiences have gotten to the point where, but then that's the case with anything. You know, once you complete a project. Trust me, I've got how many of those models? I've got nearly all of them except for one. So I could always just finish this one off and start working another one, but I want to get this one done. Clipchamp is a free Microsoft. Oh, okay. It's a Microsoft thing. Okay. I built both the Isle Strike and the Strike Rouge MG kits, also the Dragon Momoko version of the Strike. And they're all great kits. Nice. That base comes with the Isle. Oh, there's a base that comes with it? Yeah, it's a nice base. That's cool. So it's more than just the model then. So hold it a second. Is the Isle Strike a P Bandai thing? Or why is it that they come with a base? Because most bases that I've seen that they come with aren't all that great. So what makes this one so good? 18, this should be 30. It looks like it is. 30. 30. You said P Bandai. I completely forgot I ordered a kit from them. I don't even remember what that kit was. I remember. It's a remake, but maybe they included it as an incentive. Interesting. Hey, cool. Sometimes you have to incentivize people to buy something, right? Throw a little something in, particularly if it's a reprint or something. All right, 30. This should be 42. All I'm doing is just remeasuring, just making sure I didn't get my numbers, my drawings wrong. 142. I'll bring it back just a smidge. There we go. Okay. Okay. I would have to check my email or go to the account. Hey, Nick, I'll give you this is obviously the old version, but I believe that's what you ordered. I just had to spend close to $1,800 in my HSA card, or it would have lost it. Health savings card. Oh, that's one of those use it by the end of the year kind of things, right, Tom? Your health, yeah. What do they call it again? Yeah, your health savings. Yeah, at the end of you had to use $1,800. What'd you do? Buy like a lot of meds? Oh, that's FSA. What the hell's the difference? That's the one. HSA carries over. Oh, really? Well, in that case, lucky you. Give me a second here, guys. 42. This should be 54. 54. 54. Anyway, so Tom's flying. Tony's family, unfortunately, is ill. That sucks. Daniel's going to be drinking. Anybody else got any fun plans for the holiday? For those who celebrate, of course. Let's see. going to say I picked up the wash-free airbrush. Man, that's a step up from cans. Is that the D-Spay one, Daniel? I've had I was talking to a vendor at one of the shows, and he does a lot of D-Spay business. He was given one, and he's like, give it a try. But so far, we are going to Korea. I know, I love it. Have fun in Korea. But he was very excited about using it because of the lack of any kind of cleaning on it. What's going on, Ray? It's its home shopping account. Dude, freaking loves QVC. Love it. If you have high deductible plan. Interesting. High deductible plans. I got to tell you, insurance companies equals extortion. Gangsters. Because my company doubled my contributions, so I only put in 900. Wow. Cool. If you lose it at the end of the year, it's FSA. Got it. Going to shovel like 8 inches of snow. Ugh. I went out last night, early this morning, and shoveled the stuff that we had. We didn't get more than a couple of inches, Ray. I'm sorry to hear that you guys got slammed 8 inches. I would expect we would have gotten worse. Felt like that. I bought one of those Oura-rings. Woo-woo, Emma, have fun. Exactly. Going to put on the flip-flops and enjoy a cold beer. It's going to be 80 today and tomorrow. I'm so jealous. So they're making healthcare cheaper. It's yeah, they're not. Yeah, that's the one. Only have to clean the bottles and soak the needles in acetone. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Cool. But your experience with it so far has been pretty solid. I got to tell you, it is a fairly interesting concept for a tool. I mean, yes, sort of that moving from a rattle can to a full-blown airbrush. That seems like a really good way of doing things. When traditional, you keep paying for it. Yeah. My plans for family and DK. Oh, yes. You've got only a few more days before you're off flying to Japan. It's good for primer, base, top coat. Nice. It's not even enough to shovel in Connecticut. I'm going to go shovel the driveway just to feel like it's winter. Just shovel the sand, the dirt. All right, got one more line to do. One more line. Excuse me. Seems awfully short. You know what? Let me take a look at this. That's why. Fuck. That piece of sandpaper was too short by a full millimeter. Oh well. Start again. This whole piece here feels like it's really short. I got more. I'm not going to fuck around with, yeah, that one's, toss that one. Can't do that one. Oh, well, not going to get it done today, but fine. Let's do this again. I'm going to go to the driveway, but you need a proper one for any detail. Yeah. Daniel, are you thinking about doing any of that this coming year, or are you still on the fence? Memory from D-Spay just reminds me of the bottom feed airbrushes in a way, but there's a big plus to it because I think one of the things that, for those of us who've done airbrushing for quite a bit, we hate it, but it becomes part of the routine. Cleaning an airbrush sucks. If you can get somebody into an airbrush that requires next to no cleaning. I'd say there's none, but very, very little. Nothing wrong with that. I think that's metal. This was the tip of the bottle where the pink corners come out. Yeah. But again, for somebody who's, moving from rattle cans, for example, or never having done it, just basically they just hand brushed everything, it's a significant step forward. $12. That was nice. It's almost my finger. Oh, hello. $71. Give me a second, guys. All right. Let's just get a test fit on here. Yeah, there she be. Okay. I'll see how the next year goes with the wash free and then make my mind up. Yeah, that makes sense. Harbor Freight Gravity Feed airbrush isn't terrible for $35. Sorry, Tom. In fact, I might be picking up their paint gun. They've got I forget what they call it, the Black Widow trigger style. Tester Winograd back in 2003 had its hair come from the rattle can and paint from the bottom. Oh, I remember those. You could also connect it to a tire. Get yourself a spare and just use that as your tank. Go fill it up at the gas station, come back, and you're ready for plenty of blow. Rushfree is so convenient for quick sessions, 10 minutes here and there. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. See, again, let's not discount tools that make sense for an individual or for an application. Right? Go pretty tight. Now let's do this again. Not going to get it done today, but or this morning. Well, let's see where we go. 6. 18. 30. 42. 54. 66. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, perfect. Okay, let's do this again. Used to do my painting back then was 10,000 times better than my hand painting. I have one which I should use for primer only. Okay, gonna take a quick nap before we have to board the flight. Tom, safe travels, brother. Emma, you too. Have fun in Korea, and I look forward to hearing some good stuff. Take care, guys, and happy holidays to you. Black Widow is nice. Yeah, gonna give it a try, Ray. You know, I'm gonna wait for them to put out a 20% off coupon, and then I'm gonna pick it up and for about $60 for a trigger style. Yeah, can't really go wrong. If it works, great. It's also got a fan tip, which is one of the things I want to try. If it works, awesome. If it doesn't, fine. Though I think it's going to be fine. I saw the trailer for the 1984 release of 1984, in which the Eurythmics did the music for that, right? Of course, I've now got the song Sex Crime running through my head. That movie was released with two separate soundtracks, the Eurythmics one, and then the more orchestral. Oh, fucking moved. Then the more orchestral one. Yeah. I tried the D-Spell. Love the concept of finding it uncomfortable to hold and way too tip heavy. Yep. Yeah. It's it may be. If you're used to using something else, it may be to this or to that. 100%. Once again, application and experience. Alrighty. Let's see. Try Black Widow over getting another Badger. Oh yeah, for no other reason, Ray, than for uh, the if I'm correct, Badger is one of only one or two brands that currently has their own unique nozzle attachment or hose attachments. They're using like some non-metric. Maybe I'm wrong about whether it's metric or not, but they're not standard. Everybody else, from the cheapo Chinese knockoffs all the way through Iwata and Sparmax and the like, they're all using a standardized connector. So I've got it right here. Yeah, this is a Badger Patriot that I don't use anymore. Partly because I had to get this adapter on here, which now doesn't even want to come off, in order to make this thing work with and it's still leaked. It's just I don't know. I'm not vilifying their quality. I'm not enamored of the but this is how we do things mentality. I got to be a little gentler. I'm starting to cut too much into the paper. Two. 42. On my lineup, customized gallery airbrushes. They may not be the Ferraris of air, but they are uniquely customized to fit me. So I'm happy with my cheapo tools. Whatever works for you. Hey, Ken. Good morning. Happy Christmas Eve to you. How's it? The battery base is so toxic. I'll never buy another one. I use their quick release, so I had to buy their hoses and adapters anyway. Yeah. What can repeat? They have a toxic community. What? Really? Why is it? Hold it. Why is their community toxic? I mean, no offense. It's just a freaking airbrush. Kind of interesting. Four. All right. Last one, 54. This should be 66. 66. All right. That's done. Some random product. It's a cat hair. My nose. That's special. All right. Let's now cut this thing back to 71. All right. And let's get, I'm going to glue this on here, and then we're going to stop for the day just to get this. So now we pull out the PVA. very, very solid brush because I did not clean this brush yesterday. And once we're done with this, I like to call it a session. Let's get this done. Now I'm extremely vocal on not purchasing badger products and will absolutely make sure whoever speaks is lambasted. Well, in that case, Ray, I may just have to go out and buy one just to piss you off. I just find it interesting. It's just always fascinating what. I mean, look, we all get onto our high horses about some things, but it's always fascinating to see what the reason for some of it. Never really understood that. I mean, yeah, I guess I do. All right. I do. All right, I need to secure this thing so it doesn't move, which means, where's my blue tack? It's been lovely chatting, G. Daniel, you too. All my best and love to your family, and I hope we'll be seeing you again soon. And if not, obviously, happy holidays, all that Merry Christmas stuff, Happy New Year, and we'll see each other in the funny pages. Good to see Daniel this morning. Daniel, the old guard. Turn you Zella, did he, Ray? I will let you then point and laugh when you turn into a problem. That's right. Oh man, it's good to see people this morning. I'm gonna do a bit of an outro today too. I just want to get this done first. I'll do the outro in just a few. Because, it is going to be the holidays. I may or may not be on tomorrow. I don't know yet. Depends on, likely I will be. Just do a little brief, until everybody starts waking up, the kids start waking up. I'll likely do a brief session tomorrow. And there we go. All right. So we put that on 0.4 millimeter plastic, which will allow me to now kind of stagger this thing a little bit. And I think what's going to be in a good way. Till tomorrow. Have a good Christmas, everyone. Thank you. You too, Daniel. I think that's the plan for everyone. Amen to that. Amen. I'll leave that right there. Let's get the brush. Later, guys. Won't see you tomorrow. Going to be at Kim's. Mike, Merry Christmas to you and to Kim. My love to you both. And have a great time at Kim's parents, ma'am. And Sunday, we head to Mass. Yay! And I'm assuming you're heading to Mass, meaning to Massachusetts, as opposed to church Mass. Nick, take it easy, brother. Have a lovely day. Hopefully we'll see you all tomorrow, but if not, no worries. All right, guys, stay safe and stay sane. Thanks for being on this morning, everybody. I do appreciate it, as always, and it's good to see Daniel. It's just good to see everybody, there are days when it just feels like there's a lot of effort that goes into this, and at the same time, it's like every day that I walk out of this thing, I always feel energized and charged, and that's all because of you guys. So first of all, thank you very much for all the great stuff. Yeah, churches tonight. Yeah, amen. Same here. But guys, go out there and do good. Brighten the world as much as you possibly can. Show the kindness, love, and respect that we do here every morning, every day. That's what matters. Um, you know, we were shown how to do things right. Let's kind of remember the rules that many of us have learned. Not, I understand we have a multiple number of faiths here, and I would never discount anybody's faith. But I say for those of us who were brought up in the Christian faith, it's like, remember how we were brought up. Go out there and continue to show that the same kind of things that we were taught, right? With that, I will maybe be on tomorrow. We'll see. But in the meantime, enjoy your day. Do good. For those who celebrate, Merry Christmas. Love you all. Catch you on the flip. Peace.